Hello, I am finally making a tutorial on the New World 4 skip that was found quite a few months back at this point. It's a pretty insane trick for any percent saving around 30 seconds, which is crazy for the category that is only 31 minutes long. So there's a few steps to this trick that you'll need to know. First, you'll need to know how to get up on top of the hut. Then you will want to know where to set your grounded position at, and then what movement you should do when falling in the void to hit the correct death plane. With that being said, let's get started on learning how to get on top of the hut. It's not too difficult once you get the hang of it. The first thing you should know is we need to do a boost jump to get up there. So if you do not know how to do the boost jump, I recommend going and watch Neon's tutorial video. I'll link it in the description below. However, in order to do boost jump, you can't have any audio dialogue going on. And if we move over here, there's some dialogue, so we have to avoid that. Easiest way to avoid that is just run along here, and then you can cut across right here. It's pretty lenient, but I just run along the ledge here and then run over here. The next thing we need to look out for is the guard's light cycle. It is RNG, so it's not always the same thing from a load. So there's a few different ways through it. Obviously, if you just want to play it safe, you can just wait for it, or you will have invis at this point, so you can just run up here, and like if it's coming up, you can just use invis and be good. What I like to do is my favorite cycle is when the guard's light is full. If the guard's light is fully up, you can just run right here. Oops, gotta hug the wall a little bit more than that. If you hug the wall right here, he'll run forward, and then you can swing at him. It is a little tight, so you'll have to look out for that. But as long as you time your swing, you will be good there. And the guard should not be able to hit you. Obviously, the best one is if the guard's light is going back as you're running up, because then it's not dangerous at all. The other one is when the guard's light is about to come back at you. That is the awkward one. I kind of run in the middle, and I'll jump on that railing there. That one takes some time to get hold of, but if you jump on that railing, you can avoid the guard's light and hit him. Some people choose to just always jump on that railing. That way it's always safe. I prefer to just be able to run up if possible. This is just something that will take a little bit of practice to get the hang of. And you can always just play it safe by waiting for the guard's light cycle and then just matching it. Okay, so once you get the guard's light cycles down, the next thing you want to work on is getting the boost jump to actually getting on top of the hut. It is not too difficult. This ledge grab can be a little deceiving, but as long as you just like slowly back up to it, you can get it. If you go too fast, it's pretty easy to fall off the edge. So I recommend just coming over here, turning slide this way, and then just falling off the edge slightly. Once you fall off the edge like this, it's really easy to get onto this rail from the ledge grab. You do a down and a slight left to jump on it, and then you go straight into your boost jump from here. you want to aim for the middle of the height of the roof. That is the easiest place to get the ledge grab. If you aim for the sides, it's a lot harder to get the ledge grab every time. So just aim for the middle and make it easier on yourself. But so get the ledge grab, land on the railing. I forgot to swing there. Land on the railing, and then do your boost jump. From here, you just want to do a neutral jump, and then as soon as you land, you want to jump to the left. So boost jump, ledge grab, neutral, and then jump to the left. This whole sequence is pretty easy once you get the hang of it. The thing I notice people mess up the most is just getting this ledge grab. A lot of times you'll fall off, and unfortunately in a run, you need to reload to get your charm. That loses like 14 seconds, so just spend a little bit of time on it, getting used to it, and it's not that bad. So I will preface this by saying there is a few different setups for this trick. The setup I do is I'll set my grounded, I'll double jump, and then I'll run off the edge, and I will go to the correct spots that I need. I know other people do a method where you set your grounded up here, you do a super jump, and then you like jump down, and then you turn. I have no idea how to do that method, so today I will be showing you the method I taught myself. I'm really comfortable with it, and it's very consistent for me. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is set your grounded position. If you look at this piece of snow here, you'll notice, like, coming from this side to the left, it's not a perfectly straight line. There's this little notch in it where it changes angles. That's kind of where I try to center slice shadow on. So I'll just jump and center slice shadow right there. Once I'm here, I do a double jump to here. As long as you land on this little railing right there, you won't set your grounded. If you land there, you will set your grounded, so you do need to land on that little stone railing there. And then once you do that, you gotta run around the death barrier, which is right where this I'll put a line on the screen where it's right here. You can see how there's a angle change. That is where the death plane is. That is what you want to avoid. One important thing to note when jumping to the railing, you need to have momentum. This case, it's a little weird to activate it, but it just takes a little bit of time to get used to. If you watch the input viewer, you'll notice on my second jump, I am holding X. So I'm doing a single jump and then holding X on my second jump until I land. Yeah, it'll take a few times to get used to, but you single jump, double jump, hold it, and then you just run around this edge, and then you go to fall off. The reason I do that is because it gives you a consistent horizontal distance every time. That way you are you're going the same distance every time, so that way the trick is more consistent because you're going to hit the same spots on the death plane. So land on here with momentum. You run forward a little bit, and then as soon as you pass that, I turn the camera to the left about 90 degrees. And then I run off the edge. So I have a couple of visual cues that I use while I'm falling in the air. The first one is actually this little icy patch in front of Sly. There is like 2 dark spots before the snow like comes in on the ice. The one on the left, I'll highlight it. I look at that until Sly's right foot touches the bottom of that, and as soon as he does that, I turn my camera to the left while still holding forward. I don't move the analog stick forward, I mean to the left. I hold forward on the analog stick, and I just move my camera, and then I'll line Sly up with the gazebo in the back. Between the pole here on the left and the door of the gazebo is where I aim. I don't think I will get this attempt to work. Yeah. But that is where I aim Sly at after I hit my first visual cue spot. So I go there and then turn. So you can see I'm like aiming towards that spot in the wall, not the wall, the gazebo. And then as soon as you hit that, you'll get the animation of Sly getting hurt, and then you can just press X to get launched. That one I actually got a little too much height. So just to go over where I look at one more time, we'll try to pause. So right there, once Sly's right foot hits that area is when I start turning my camera to the left while still holding forward. So let's see if I can get it. There we go. And that one should work as well. Okay, and then let me try and show that second position. So land. And then right here, I'm aiming for like in between the doorway and the pillar in order to hit the correct death plane, because there's actually multiple death planes in this area. You need to hit the correct one in the correct area to be able to get the right launch. And as you can see, as long as you're flying towards like this waterfall, waterfall thing, you're going in the right direction and you should get it. If you're getting outcomes where you're going too high or too low, it's likely you are hitting the incorrect spot in the death plane. Let's see if I can get one of those. There we are, we're too high. So we hit too close in the death plane, so it sent us way higher than we need to be. Let me see if I can get one where I'm that time I didn't turn enough, so you actually just end up voiding. I turned really early there, and you see I got the low launch. Luckily though, with this setup, you will have a consistent distance that you go, since you're using the momentum preservation and running off the edge. It'll send you the same distance every time, and you don't have to rely on you jumping to the correct spot. All it takes is hitting these specific visual cues before going into your next step, and if you do that, you will get consistent at this trick, and it should not give you any issues during a run. This trigger is pretty big, so even if you're low or high, a lot of times you want to just wait it out, let slide just go through it. It's likely that you will hit it. In that case right there, I was too far to the left, so I could have tried to swing there. You get it? But like even here, you just let slide go. Don't swing your cane unless you're extremely high or you are like to the left or the right of the waterfall thing. So like here I can try and swing, but I think it was a little too far to the left, which is either gonna be you hit the wrong spot in the death plane or your grounded is incorrect. But from these attempts you can see I'm getting varying heights and all of them are still working as long as you just let fly through them. This one's gonna be low. I hit the wrong death plane in that situation. If you are getting low launches consistently, it's worth trying like just aiming farther right. There's a chance that you're just going too far to the left and not hitting the correct spot. Even here, just wait. And that was a pretty high one. Another thing you can do with this trick that's pretty cool is if you pause as you're going into the trigger, you can actually save your charm. Oops. And it's really easy to hit if you're going into the waterfall part, because you just pause like after Sly is through it, and then you just load the game and you'll get your charm back in any percent. It's just a safety charm, but it loses no time to go for unless you missed it. So it's pretty nice to have. If you do miss it, it loses like a second maybe. It's just a really nice thing to be able to have a safety charm in any percent. And if you miss it and you want to go for it again, you can just do a pause buffer by hitting save and quit, hitting no, and then spamming start right after. That is the easiest way to pause buffer in this game. And if you do that and you're like if you pause too early and you miss it, you can just do that if you really want that safety charm. So like here, I could probably do it and get it. Yep. But if you feel comfortable enough with World 5, you can just say you pause too early, you can just unpause. That situation there, I could have swung on and been able to save it, but I am a firm believer that most of the time you just let Sly continue going. With all of that, after going over everything, I'll just quickly do a run over. So run to the left, avoid the cutscene, dodge the guard, ledge grab, boost jump, set your grounded position, double jump with momentum, fall towards that spot and then that spot, go into the sky, pause as you're going in. If you miss, you can do the buffer, load the game, get your charm back, reset your console, beat the Panda King, get a PB. That's how you do it. With that being said, I think that's pretty much everything this trick has to offer. Really cool trick. Shoutouts to Paul for finding it. It is much better than the old method. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to comment down below, or message me on Discord, or message in the Sly server. There's plenty of people willing to help. But I appreciate you all watching, and more tutorials coming soon.